Hi everyone. Yesterday we talked about Python as a programming language. We understood what programming is. We understood what a programming language is. And we also understood why Python is important for bioinformatics. So today we will be preparing our working environment. Now, just like in a lab, before we start an experiment, what we do? We prepare our instruments first. In the same way, before we write our Python code, we must install the required tools. Now, to run Python programs on a computer, we need Python software. Just like to browse the internet, we use Google Chrome. To watch videos, we need YouTube. In the same way, to write and run Python programs, we need Python installed on our system. So, Python software is the program that understands Python language and tells the computer what to do. So, the first step of learning Python is installing Python on your computer. So, now I will be showing you how to install Python on your computer. So, first of all, what you have to do? You have to open your Google Chrome, and here in the search bar, you will search for Python and press enter. So here you are seeing the official website of Python, that is python.org. So always download Python from the official website, that is python.org, and do not download it from random websites. Okay, so here we will click on python.org website. Let's click on it. So this is the website of python.org, and we have to download Python. So here we are seeing some buttons. We are seeing about button, we are seeing downloads, documentation, community. So here we have to click on this downloads button. Let's click on it. So after clicking on this downloads button, here we are seeing a yellow button, download Python. So what you have to do, you have to click on this yellow button, download Python. But always remember that this yellow button will always download you the latest version of Python, that is Python 3.14. As I have already downloaded Python, so I will just not download it completely. So let's just click on it, and here I am only going to pause it. So this is how you will click on this yellow button and you will download Python. But some of us might not have the latest version of Windows, as this button will download you the latest version of Python. And this latest version of Python is only compatible with the latest version of Windows. So if you do not have a latest version of Windows, for example, you have Windows 7, or for example, you have Windows 8. So this version Python 3.14 is not going to work in Windows 7 or Windows 8. So in that case, we need to download a specific version of Python which is compatible with Windows 7 or Windows 8. Now, how are we going to know which version is compatible with Windows 7? So what we will do, we will just search on Google, and here we will type which Python version is best for Windows 7 and press enter. So here we are seeing that Python 3.8.10. This version is the best version for Windows 7. And here we are seeing that this button is going to download you the latest version, that is Python 3.14, which is not compatible with Windows 7. So here we are seeing that for Windows 7, the best version is 3.8.10. Now we have to download this Python version 3.8.10. Now again, we are going to go to the official website of Python, And here we will just scroll down. Okay, so here we are seeing all the Python releases. Now scroll down a bit more. Here you are seeing all different versions of Python. Here is 3.15, here is 3.14, here is 3.13, and here is all the downloads button to download this specific version of Python. Again, scroll down a bit more. Here you will be seeing looking for a specific release. So here we have to scroll down. So here we will be seeing all the versions of Python, but we have to specifically download Python 3.8.10, which is for Windows 7. So just scroll down a bit. Here is 3.8.20. Let's scroll down. Here is Python 3.8.10, and here is the download button. So if you have a Windows version which is a little older, so this is how you're going to search on Google which Python version is best for your Windows, and this is how on the same page, it is all on the same page on the downloads button. We just, what we did again, let's see it again. We just typed Python, we pressed enter. Here we clicked on the official website of python.org. Here we clicked on the downloads button. Then we scrolled down. Then we came on this section looking for a specific release. And here inside this, we scroll down. So from here, you can download any Python version which is compatible with your Windows. Okay. Now, so as we learned and we understood how to download Python. So after you will download the Python, here you will see a open button similar to like this. Either you can open this Python from here instead of these pause and close button, you will see to open this just similar to like this. Okay, so either you can open the Python from here directly, or what you can do, you can go to the file explorer, you will go to the download section, and here you will see Python just like this. My Python is here, as I already told you that I have already downloaded the Python. So when you will download the Python, it will show you like this in your download section. Now, we have only downloaded the Python, but now we have to install it as well. So this is the installer, and to install it, you will double click on it. Now, after double clicking on it, a dialog box like this will appear. As I have already downloaded the Python, so here I am seeing some different options. But you will be downloading the Python from the first time, for the first time, and installing it for the first time as well. So you will see some different options here, that is to install it. Okay, and here I have pasted the photo as well. So after double clicking on that installer, this dialog box like this will appear to you to install the Python. And here you will see two checkboxes. First checkbox will be add Python to path. So this checkbox is very important. Do not miss this checkbox. When, again, let's see it again. When you will double click on this installer, you will see a dialog box like this to install the Python. Here you will see two checkboxes. First checkbox will be add Python to path. You have to tick on this checkbox, and the second checkbox will be right down below it. Okay, you have to tick on both of those checkboxes. So this checkbox is very important. If you do not tick it, Python will install, but it will not work properly in your command prompt. Okay, so this checkbox is very important. So tick both of those checkboxes and then click on next button and then click on install. So this is how you can install your Python. So we have learned how to download Python. From here, we learned how to download Python. Then we learned how to install Python. Now what we will do? We will check whether the Python has installed properly or not. So after installing Python, to check whether it has installed properly or not, what we will do? We will search for command prompt and we have to open it. So here we have opened the command prompt and here we will type a command, that is Python space dash dash version. So this is the command to check whether the Python has installed properly or not. So after typing this command, you have to press enter. Let's press enter. So after pressing enter, this command has showed me the Python version. Here I am seeing the Python version. So this means that my Python has installed properly into my system. But if this command shows you an error, so that would mean either you did not tick on that checkbox. Which checkbox? Add Python to path checkbox. Either you did not tick on this checkbox or your Python installation might have failed. Okay, so if you see any error here, this means instead of this version, if you see any error here, this means your Python installation has failed. Okay, so now we have learned three things. We have learned how to download Python, we have learned how to install Python, and we have learned how to check whether the Python installation has worked properly or not. Okay, now after installing the Python, the next question is, where do we write Python code? We have installed Python for now, but where do we write our Python code? Do we write it in MS Word? Do we write it in Notepad? Where do we write it? That's why we use something called an IDE. So IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. In simple words, an IDE is a software where we write and run our Python programs. So Python and IDE are not the same thing. Python is the language and IDE is the place where we write that language. Just like English is a language and notebook is where we write English, in the same way, Python is the language and IDE is the notebook where we write that language. Now, there are many IDE available for Python. Just like we have many types of notebooks, in the same way, we have many type of IDE available for Python. Or should I say that there are many notebooks available where we can write our Python programs. So we have ideally, we have PyCharm, we have VS Code, we have PyScripter. All of these are IDE where we can run our Python program. So in this course, we will be using VS Code, which stands for Visual Studio Code. So Python is the language and VS Code is the notebook where we will write that language. Now let's install our code editor, that is VS Code. So to install VS Code, again we will open our Google Chrome and here we will search for VS Code and press enter. So here we are seeing the official website of VS Code, that is visualstudio.com. So here we will click on the VS Code website. So this is the website of VS Code and here we directly have the button to download VS Code for Windows. Okay, so we will just click here on Windows. If we are using Windows, so we will just click here. And after clicking on this, we are seeing that VS Code has started to download. But if we are using Mac or another platform, so what we will do, we will click here on another platform. So click here. So here we are seeing three options. We are seeing the option for Windows, we are seeing the option for Mac, and here we are seeing the option for Linux. So for now, if we are using Windows, we will just click here. If we are using Mac, we will just click here. And if we are using Linux, we'll just click here. So for now, let's click on Windows, and we have learned that after clicking on Windows, here VS Code will download. Now, in the same way that we downloaded Python and installed it as well, in the same way we will install VS Code as well. And again, you can directly open VS Code from here as well, or you can open the File Explorer and you will again go to your download section and you will see VS Code like this. Here you will see the VS Code user setup. So you will double click on it. Now the installation of VS Code does not include any important details. Just like Python included those two checkboxes, the first checkbox add Python to path. So that was the important detail for the installation of Python. Here VS Code does not include any important details. You just have to double click on it and you only have to click on the next button, next, and then install now. So in just 2 minutes, your VS Code will be installed. So after your VS Code has installed, what you have to do, you have to open your VS Code. So to open the VS Code, here we will search for VS Code and here we will open it. So this is the windows of VS Code, and on the left side we are seeing some icons. So here this is the icon you are seeing, and it is also showing that it is extension icon. So you will click on the extension icon and here you will search for Python and press enter. So now what are we doing? We opened the VS Code. This was the window of VS Code, and here there were some icons and we clicked on the extension icon and here we searched for Python. So what are we doing? We are going to download the Python extension inside VS Code. Okay, so let's click on here, and here we are saying that this extension is by Microsoft. So this is a trustworthy platform. So here you will just click on the install button. So after clicking on the install button, your Python extension inside VS Code will be installed. So this extension helps VS Code to understand the Python files. Okay, so now what we have learned? We have learned to download the VS Code, we have learned to install it, and we have learned to install the Python extension inside VS Code. And the Python extension helps the VS Code understand the Python files. Let's open the VS Code again. So here I'm just going to click on the cross button as we have already installed this extension. Now, what are we going to do? Inside this VS Code, we are going to press Control, Shift and P. What are we going to press? Control, Shift and P. So after clicking on Control, Shift and P, something like this will open to you. And here you have to select Python select interpreter. Now what is this thing? Why we are doing it? What is its use? During the installation of Python, we saw many versions of Python, right? We saw Python version 3.8, we saw Python version 3.10, 3.14, 3.15, which means there are many versions of Python. And sometimes we use different versions of Python, which means we download different versions of Python. So if at some point we need to use a specific version of Python inside this VS Code, so what we will do, we will press Ctrl Shift P. Here we will select Python select interpreter. Now after clicking on it, here you will see all the Python versions installed on your system. So all the Python versions which are installed on your system will show here. And from here, you can select a specific version of Python you want to work with. It's only for future use. If you want at some point in the future, if you install different versions of Python, for example, for now, you have installed the Python version 3.14. But in the future, at some point, you need to use Python version 3.12. So now you already know how to install different versions of Python, but you have to use it in VS Code. So this is how you will select that version of Python. Again, let's look here. We will press Ctrl Shift P. We will select Python select interpreter, and here we will see all the version of Python. And here we will just click on it. So after clicking on it, I am using a specific version of Python. Okay, so this is how we prepared our working environment today. We learned how to download and install Python and VS Code, and we installed the Python extension inside VS Code. So in the next class, we will learn how to use all this inside VS Code.